so I won't tolerate any drug use or drama or shenanigans, and I will not allow a grown man to come and stay with me.
Okie dokie, let's go back to Louisiana. Try the board again.
Now at Concordia Parish, my name is Pete Freeman. I'm the acting chair along with Mr. Prater and Ms. Renatza. Would staff at Concordia introduce yourself, please? Okay, y'all on mute.
Hello.
Okay, is anybody in there with you, Ms. Creech?
No, sir.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, Ms. Creech, you're here today for a parole hearing.
Yes.
Let me put some information in the record. Tell me your name and DOC number.
Amy Colleen Creech, 599-521.
Okay. Ms. Creech, you're a second felony offender. You have a parole date of 10/28/25, a good time date of 9/3/26, and a full term date of 7/21/32. You're serving a sentence of 9 years for possession of meth, multiple probation violations, possession of meth, probation technical, and possession of tramadol. Does that all sound correct?
Yes.
Okay. Your case has been assigned to Mr. Prater. He will be leading us in questioning. And at the proper time, I will call on Ms. Tabitha Deal, your sister, who is here in your support. Okay, Mr. Prater.
Hey, Ms. Creech, tell us what's been going on in your life since your arrest. And I believe that was you were sentenced in 2024, or you were revoked and had to go to prison in 2024 because you kind of failed out of drug court. Is that correct? I've got that right?
That's correct.
Okay, tell us why now, since December of 2024, in the last 12, 13, 14 months, what you've done to make us feel like that you're ready to get out.
When I was placed at LCIW, I completed reentry court. The reentry program, and also completed Living in Balance, Substance Abuse 1 and 2. I was involved in the yoga program there and did a lot of reading and self-growth. I came back to my parish where I revoked myself to go ahead and just serve out my time, because I really appreciated the time alone to think and grow and to expand as a human. Since coming down to Concordia and finally being able to work, I've excelled at my job. I love my job. I love the people I work with, and I've just had a lot of time to feel like I've become somebody that I can be proud of.
What kind of programming have you had? Again, I know you told me some of it, but what's your problem is substance abuse. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that. What have you done? Because it's been just a short period of time, and once you're an addict, you're always an addict. I guess you know that. How can we as a panel be assured that you're going to not go right back to the old habits?
Well, that's true. Really, substance abuse, I feel, is a symptom of a disease. When I was arrested in a time in my life when I needed to be sat down and be given the perspective on my overall life. Prior to that, I had lost so much and pretty much given up hope for ever getting back to a place where I could be happy again, where I wanted to be. I chose to be absent in my life, and having this time being taken away from everything made me realize that I don't have to be absent, that I can be present and be positive in my overall life. And it gives me focus on taking care of what I still have left. And that I can fight for myself. I've done over 50 hours of AA and NA courses. I just feel like a whole different person.
Okay, I'd like to hear from your sister, and then I'll come back and myself and my my compadre will have some more questions for you. But let's hear from your sister what she got to say.
Okay, Ms. Deal, Tabitha Deal.
Good morning, you guys, and thanks for allowing me to be here. I think Amy touched on a few things that I think might need some elaboration. So, my sister and I's relationship has been strained over the years. I was previously living in Columbus, Ohio, and I just recently moved back to Louisiana, but through the years before her arrest and then and afterwards as well, as she had been popping around to different facilities, it was really hard to connect when we would speak to each other. It was like two different worlds, didn't have anything really like in common to connect over. Felt very forced in conversations and things like that. And reflecting back, Amy had been through a lot. She hasn't ever said it really, but you can tell by her self-destructive behavior, and then the things that she would be focused on was really avoiding all of the things that she needed to work on and kind of process and get through. And over time, as we've had conversations like that has dissipated. We've been able to connect. Her she didn't feel like she deserved to be happy or be stable or be, I mean, she lost a child as a mother. I can't imagine, but it is just so difficult. I don't want to imagine. So I could kind of see why she wanted to kind of drown herself away and why she felt like she didn't deserve to be with the rest of them, and just, put herself in this space that she was in. And, her attitude and her rhetoric, whenever we speak, has changed dramatically over time. She talks about the things she wants to do. She talks about wanting to build those bridges back and go through the work that it takes to reclaim custody and to build her life. She was so excited to work. She was so excited every time she was like learning about something new, and then talking about how she was going to apply that in her life when she got out. Like those are things I had not heard from my sister in years, So, and that's been going on for the last couple of years. When she was first incarcerated, when she was going through rehab programs, initially, she had that same mentality, and it has clearly shifted and lifted into something else. She has plans, she has goals, and the way she's demonstrated what she's doing with her free time, where it's limited as to what she can get into, I'm sure, and where she is, but her intention and her interest in where she's putting that energy speaks volumes to me, in conflict with, the words that weren't spoken previously. And, I don't know for sure one way or another. She was in that headspace before when she was going through drug court and all of that. So who knows whether it would have made a huge difference or not. But I would like to point out too, she didn't have the support system. Then she didn't have a car. It was difficult for her to get around. She would tell me she was trying to find a ride here or there, where somewhere she needed to be, where she was responsible for being at that time, and had difficulty doing that when she was trying to do it. And I think now that she's had an opportunity to be in work release, and she's got maybe a little funds behind her back. She's got the intent and the goal to go establish herself and get on the right path out in society. That's a big part of it, but she also has a support system now that she was missing before. A support system with boundaries, but a support system nonetheless, which
Can
I
you
think will be
wrap it up
beneficial
for us,
for her.
ma'am?
Sure, sure. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, we thank you for participating today. Gave us a lot of good information. Mr. Prater, you want to continue with questions?
What is your residency plan when you get out? If we were to grant this, I'm curious what your residency plan is, because I thought you were going to live maybe with your sister. And then, but it says in your application that was filled out, that you were going to live with your husband.
We both are going to be staying with her. Well, he's not really. I'm still going to be with him, but he's not with me. I'm staying with my sister.
Okay, well, what about the husband? I mean, are you both staying there or just you staying there?
I'm staying there. He's working on getting on his own feet while I get on mine. And if we can't agree on things, then we'll part ways.
Tabitha, what you think about that?
I'm not supporting a grown man, period. I will, my sister is welcome to stay. My aunt and uncle have also offered her a place out there with them. She's welcome to stay. Like I said, I've got really strong boundaries. So I won't tolerate any drug use or drama or shenanigans, and I will not allow a grown man to come and stay with me.
This whole residency thing's a little iffy for me. When's the last time, Amy, when's the last time that you were disciplined or you had some kind of disciplinary report written on you and while you've been incarcerated?
In what was it? I was at LCIW and I received a write-up for having a leave medication outside of the bottle. That was my last write-up, and that was in 2024.
Right. 2024, and you had 9 bus bars, right?
Yes, sir. That was my own medication, but I did not have the KOP, which means to keep on person.
Okay. And how many of those do you normally take a day? How many were you prescribed to take a day?
2.
2?
Yes.
And you had amassed 9 of them, right?
Yes.
Why?
There were some mornings that I couldn't get up because we had to get up and take our medication early in the morning, like 4 in the morning. And I would save them from the night before, and I just accumulated from not taking them.
I mean, well, because that particular medicine, I did a little bit of research on it, that can be abused too. You know, and it seems strange to have 9 of them that you kept in a plastic bag.
I wasn't abusing them. I just saved them for when I needed them.
Okay. But that was when you first went to prison, correct?
Correct.
And since then you've had these courses. So that doesn't go that, I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have to worry about me understanding it. It gives me some comfort, but okay. I'll turn it over to my panel to see what they got to say. Huh?
Okay, I have a couple questions. Do you have contact with your children?
Not currently.
Not currently? Okay, who has the children right now?
My first and my last child are with my parents.
Okay. All right, and you have work release over there?
Correct.
And what job do you have?
I work in a kitchen.
Okay. Do you get paid?
Correct.
Okay, how much money have you saved?
$750.
Okay, and what they're paying you, probably not,
Barely anything.
okay. Okay, I just wanted to see if you were saving your money.
Mhm.
And one thing I'm noticing is that you don't have your good time on it. It's, you only have 10 days. And according to what I read, you should have a lot more than 10 days. Probably enough to be almost to your good time date. But anyway, that's not for us, that's for classifications. Ms. Renatze, any questions?
So do you have contact with your parents?
Very little. That's something I hope to amend though.
Where do they live? Near your sister?
Yeah, probably about 45 minutes away.
What's your employment plan whenever you're released, whenever that is?
Oh, most of all of my work history is in the restaurant business, front house, back house. I have over 10 years experience working in a kitchen. Like, it's not hard for me to find work. I fit right in.
So that's what you plan to go back to doing.
Yes, ma'am, I love cooking. I love working in kitchens.
Good. And I think my colleagues have asked all the questions I was going to ask. So that's it for me, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right, Mr. Prater, are you ready to vote?
Yes, sir, I am. Amy, you sound really sincere and I believe you. And I think that you're on the right path, but I'm bothered about the residency plan. I'm bothered about the short length of time that you've been incarcerated. You are in work release now. You've got a short turnaround time anyway. My vote is to deny this and to continue to give you perspective or introspective on yourself and the kind of person you are, and mending relationships with your parents and your sister, continuing to build that relationship and possibly with your kids or whatever. But I think you're right where you need to be at this particular time. I'm not convinced that you're okay. That's
Okay,
my
Ms.
vote.
Dodson.
I do agree, Amy. I think you're on the right track. I'm glad you just still seem a little uncertain. Um, and that's a little concerning. I am concerned about the bus part. You are prescribed that medication, but the prescription is to take it as prescribed and not to hoard it for when you think you need it. And that's a little concerning to me. I'm so glad that you're at a place where you say you love the folks, you love your job, you love the people, and I think that's going a long way towards your self-discovery. But I do think you have a little more work to do in that regard. So because you have a close proximity to your good time date, and I hope that you do investigate some good time credits that you probably owed. My vote today is going to be to deny.
And I concur, for the same reasons. I think you're definitely there. And I also would definitely check on that. I know it looks like you're owed some good time. But today your parole has been denied. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I think that was probably the right choice given her situation. Hopefully, she keeps working on improving herself. So today was an interesting day. Yeah, that trial was a little bit tedious at points, but I found it entertaining nonetheless. And honestly, it kind of speaks to just people being stupid. We make our lives so much harder than they need to be. If we just all chilled out and got along a little bit, how much easier would life become? I'm just saying. And a special shout out to Helen in the chat, who, I don't know if you've hung around here with us for a while or if today's your first day, but it's the first time we've seen you in chat, I believe. But welcome to a really good community. I hope you hang around here with us because you'll find very, very good people here. We'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific for Sidebar. Please do join us for Sidebar because, as I've already said, it's Choose Your Own Adventure night. So you guys in the chat will determine what we talk about. And then, of course, we'll be back here tomorrow morning, 9 p.m. Eastern, or 9 a.m. Eastern, morning a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, a half an hour early for channel members. Do have yourselves a good day. Look forward to seeing you tonight and tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Hey, thanks for watching this clip from TCF Live. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And you can join us weekdays live, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, right here on this channel.